Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Shalindo, and today we're playing a game called Celestian Tales Old North, which has been developed by Equator Games and published by Digital Tribe. According to their Steam store page, Celestian Tales Old North is a refreshing take on the classic turn-based Japanese-style RPG where your decisions in its dark and gritty storyline shape the world of tomorrow when the future comes at last. Is it what you hoped for? So this game has been released as of August 10th, 2015, and if you want to see any information about it, there'll be links to the Steam store page and to the official website in the description below. Please keep in mind there is a little bit of coarse language in the dialogue of the game, and there is a lot of dialogue, but there's only some coarse language here and there, but it is quite coarse in some cases. So if that's something that bothers you, you have been warned. Otherwise, continue watching on. So we're going to start a new game. There's several characters you can choose to start as. You're going to have access to all the characters pretty early in the game, but you want to pick one as your kind of like main storyline character. We're going to pick Aria Geraldine because I like her storyline. Aria has lived a life of rigid decorum and zealous faith as a daughter of the richest man in the Old North. While the most elegant and ladylike of the playable characters, she is a crusader of Deuce before anything else. She believes in one true faith and struggles to understand the concept of tolerance. So we're going to start as her right now. Prologue, the Obedient. And there is a lot of dialogue early in the game, and it is text dialogue, so please bear with me. All right, here we go. Here we go. Honored father, beloved sister and brother, what can I help you with? Aria, loyal daughter of mine, hast thou finished thy daily prayer? I have just now, honored father. Why is it that thou asks? And how went thy fencing practice with thy mentor? I'm an adept at dueling with a sword. The mentor has told me so at the end of today's session. Ah, such is certainly good news to hear. And what of thy history lessons? 'Tis as usual, honored father. My understanding has far exceeded the class's subjects. As a pastime, I have taken up to reading on my own. I have just finished the founding a few days ago. Excellent, dear daughter. Thy achievements are indeed worthy of the name Geraldine. Geraldine. Probably. I don't know. I would Okay, back into this. I would suppose then that thou art ready for this task I'm about to give. Beg pardon, honored father. What kind of task might it be? The task of knighthood, dear daughter. Thou art to go to Levantine and serve as squire. Knighthood, honored father? Am I not joining the rights of the clergyman? I see that thy capabilities are far more useful as a knight, dear daughter. Then why would not squiring under the pious paladins of Belarus be a better choice? Is there something thou wish of me to learn from the wolves to send me so far to Levantine? Indeed there is, daughter, indeed there is. You see, House Belarus has a strong position in their claim to be blade bearer. They have many candidates in line for the throne, candidates of good upbringing and merit. House Levant, however, there is a reason its lady is mockingly called Sophia the Baron. I see. They have nay heir, and thus thou wish me to take the seat of Levantine for thyself. Thou wish too, eh? No, not for myself, dear daughter. I would never do such a selfish thing. 'Tis for us, dear. With careful planning, the name Geraldine shall rise in power. If this is thy will, father, I shall serve obediently. Blessed am I with wonderful children. With thy help soon we shall be bearers of a sacred sword. Send me news of anything that happens in Levantine, dear. Thou shalt be our eyes and ears. Dear sister, I shall miss thee so. I cannot imagine seeing thee hurt. Please take care of thyself for me. I shall send for thee as well, sister. Be well and listen well to father's words. The road's full of filthy commoners lately, Aria. You should sharpen your blade. Commoners? They aren't even allowed to touch the noble caste. Now those ungrateful creatures are trying to rob us of what is ours? Even thinking about it is sickening. I'll take you to the harbor, Arya. Who knows, maybe I'll get a chance to take a swing at them. I shall send for the Levants. That you two prepare for the journey in a few weeks. Farewell, honored father. Alright, she doesn't want to go. He wants her to go. She wants to be a priest. She wants her to be a knight. Alright. I shall miss Godland. Of course you will, sister. You'll be living in Levantine after all. Have you heard how nobles and commoners live on the same ground there? What a joke. How have those living outside Godland endured such a thing, I wonder? To share the ground we step on with peasants. 'Tis just unfathomable for me. Only the House of Godland are true noble, sister. That's why only we keep such traditions. The Levants, the Durandals, they're all of impure bloodlines. It's clear from the color of their hair, darkened by the filth of their lineage, so much unlike our golden strands. Indeed, golden skin and hair prove that we stem from the same hallowed ancestry as Lord Riviere. 'Tis as father has said, we are better suited to be blade bearers than the Levants, the Durandals. With you slipping in behind the walls of Levantine, we'll right that wrong soon, dear sister. Hey, what are you? Help! Hmm? Did you hear that, brother? I did. Rejoice, sister. Maybe our entertainment has arrived. I don't like that Abel guy. He's not very nice. Look, it's the Geraldines. Haha! Talk about luck. They must be stacked with coins and gold. Hand over all your belongings now, nobles, and we might just let you live. And give us those fancy-looking swords, too. They'll fetch quite a price. Fancy-looking swords, eh? Fine. I'll give you mine. Where would you like me to put it? In your neck? Or through your guts? You want to do it the hard way, huh? Get him! I just get one here, okay. Okay, so Arya has heal and protection. Protection does the shield. Heal heals the target so she can heal her friends. We have no items and we can defend. So I'll go ahead and hit protection. Put a little shield up. He's going to defend. Fine. I'll attack anyway. So it's your typical... I didn't take any damage from that. Cool. So it's your typical turn-based JRPG kind of stuff. Show info. What does that button do? Ah, can't actually see how much health he has. Easy peasy. Love that protection. Didn't take any damage. Please, sir. Mercy. Mercy. Oh, so now it begs for mercy. After threatening to kill us and take what is ours, no less. Does your impudence know no limits? I was only following orders, sir. Our village is starving. We need to buy something to eat. Well, that's your problem, isn't it? Other villages are doing fine, after all. You should have died a hungry, loyal subject, mongrel. Instead, you will now die a hungry traitor. Brother, this one is but a child, a youngster perhaps, lured into the ways of evil. Thou art a knight and an inquisitor, brother. To murder him, it would tarnish thy name. You have a point. I certainly don't want to sully my blade with the blood of those not worthy of killing. Ah, I have a brilliant idea. How about you do it, Arya? Me? I would beg thee to spare him. You're not a knight yet, are you? No oaths, no promises. You can kill him however you want. I cannot, brother. 'Tis not the way it should be. Sweet, sweet Arya. Perhaps reading too many scriptures and staying behind closed walls has made you so very naive. This boy's a subject who attacked his own liege. According to the laws of the Deuce, such a traitor must die. Yes? Those are indeed the words of the scriptures, but to kill one who has surrendered, then there's no need to hesitate. Isn't our duty to ensure the laws of the Deuce are followed to the letter? I can hear you moving, little boy. If you try to escape, I swear I'll take this horse and chase you down. I'll tie your legs and drag you until we reach the port, then drown you alive. You hear me? Eek. Poor guy. Now, where were we? Ah, it's about my naive little sister, wasn't it? Knighthood is filled with fighting, dear sister. You will kill someone sooner or later. Think of this as a training, a test to mark your coming of age, so to speak. I do not think I'm ready for such a thing. Fine, then I shall do what I just said. I'll drag him to the harbor. But perhaps, to add a little more taste, he should be flayed before drowned. What do you think? Can you imagine the pain, the agony I will inflict upon him until he screams for death? Hey, well, please, there's no need to do such a horrible act. Then do it! Ah! Do it! Okay, sorry. I'll just count to 5, sister. If he's still alive by then... No, please. I have my sisters waiting for you. I beg you, miss. I'll do anything. I pray so that thou may find peace. Ung, ung, ung. Ung, 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 ung. Sad. She's been quiet the whole trip. Yeah, and she looks very ill. Is it seasickness? Maybe. She looks as if she's just on the verge of crying. I don't dare ask, though. You know how the Geraldines are with commoners. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel bad, but I guess it's safer to just leave her alone. I am sorry. I am truly sorry. Told you there was a lot of dialogue. We'll get to the fighting, don't worry. But before that, more dialogue! I'm sorry, but the art style in this game is absolutely gorgeous. It is amazing. Love it. Welcome, young ones, to Castle Levantine. Your journey must have been long and tiring, but I ask that you listen to what I have to say. Your parents sent you here so that you can learn under my tutelage. I may not be the best mentor of knightly arts, but nor may I be the best in matters of piety. But as bearer of the sacred sword Garu, I shall do my best to teach you. Camille of Reen, how is your family? Is Lord Robert in good health? He tries to give that impression, my lord. But my father isn't getting younger. I see. I shall send some medicines as gifts for him. Your brother, too, earned his knighthood in these halls. I shall temper you in the same fire. I hope I can make them proud, my lord. Ah, isn't it Reynard of the House de la Forêt? Stories of your might precede you. Ha ha ha! You'll see them firsthand soon, my lord. Your family are unsung heroes that defend the realm, Master Reynard. Do you think your own legend can someday rise up to their glory? I wouldn't have agreed to come here if I didn't believe so, my lord. Aha! What a spirited youngster. I'll expect much of you, kid. Ah, Arya, of the Godland Geraldines. I was surprised to hear of your coming. I am, after all, far from being the most pious of knights. Mine lord is too humble. The name Levant owes thee for its praise all over the north. I totally butchered that entire dialogue. Faith comes in many shapes, my lord. Thine great wisdom is one amongst it. 'Tis an honor for me to be allowed to learn under such a man. Well, well, I see Lord Gareth has taught you to be a prodigy in the art of speech. You'll no doubt succeed in the ballrooms, but there's more to knighthood than politics. I understand, my lord. I shall deliver thee my best. Lucine! My, look at how you've grown. I heard you've just vanquished another band of renegades with your uncle. Is that true? Indeed, my lord. Lord Uncle himself led the skirmish to glorious victory. Yes, she's female, but I have to use a masculine voice for her. I mean, clearly that's what she's going for here. Lord Uncle, A somehow odd choice for a nickname, don't you think? I'm sorry, my lord. I got used to calling him such. It's all right, Lucine. A niece is allowed to be fond of her uncle, isn't she? How's my brother-in-law doing? Still as relentless as ever. As is fitting for the finest swordsman in the Old North, my lord. Good then. I hope he'll always stay that way. Young Master Isaac, my deepest condolences regarding the state of the Golden Lakes. I'm not very close with your father, but I shall respect his last wishes and take you in as squire. Thank you, my lord. ... Is something wrong, my lord? No, something is troubling me, but I can't seem to put it... I guess I'm just getting old and forgetful. Now, this is a rare occurrence indeed. It's not often we see an elf wishing to be a squire. Yet the badge you brought is your father's, you say? Yes, Mother gave it to Lee and said that she should show it to you. Her name's Leanne, so I'm gonna try to pronounce that either Yi or Lee. How about Yi? Yen. Yen. Okay. Yi. I knew him full well, Yi. Yen. Your father was a good man. And if you are indeed his daughter, then you do have the right to be knighted. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord. Ye will cherish these days. First of all, though, perhaps I should have you learn how to correctly address nobles. Huh? Did ye say something wrong? Ah, no matter. I suppose it will take care of itself later. Knighthood. Such a thing is not a privilege given to those born of noble blood. It is a sacred responsibility, given to us by the heavens and by those who came before us. Some might think that being a noble means being entitled, but that's not all what it is. Noblesse oblige, the phrase goes. We are nobles not only in titles, but also in duties. Your training won't be easy, squires, nor will it be pleasant. This isn't the place for that. I might not teach you how to behave in court, nor how to charge into battle atop a destrier. There's a way to pronounce that word. I have no idea what it is. But I will teach you the most basic and important tenet of knighthood to perform your duties. Duties to our people, duties to our queen, duties to our realm. These are things that run our world. Husband dearest, perhaps you could keep the speech brief? These young ones have just traveled far and wide to reach Levantine. I'm sure they need rest. Ah, yes. You're right, dear. Forgive me for the overzealous oratory. I tend to get carried away at times. Perhaps most of the time, husband dear. Let me show you to their room, show them to their rooms so they can rest. Very well, get some rest tonight, squires. Tomorrow you will start your training. Jacques, Levantine's master-at-arms, shall be your mentor for the day. It will be glorious. A start to your adventures. I have no doubt of that. A new place to live in, and reading the scriptures is the first thing you do. How diligent. 'Tis merely a habit of mine, Lady Sophia. A few pages a day keep my doubts away. An admirable habit indeed, dear squire. You're free to walk around, but remember to take a rest. Tomorrow your training begins. Show your respect by doing it with your fullest. If you ever wonder where you should go, check the lore book to see where you should go next. That'll keep you from being lost. I understand, Lady Sophia. Good. I shall leave you to your own then. May you find Levantine an enjoyable place. Da, 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 da. Okay, now we can actually move. Level up. All that for one level. Yes, I'll celebrate by running around my room in a circle. Hurrah. Okay. So we got the menu screen, we got party, status, inventory, logbook, option, and I don't think we can actually do anything with any skill points. So yeah, done. Let's check to see if anything's clickable around here. We can actually use the bed, but we're not going to use the bed yet. We're going to actually talk to some folks around here. Let's start from left to right. So these are other characters that you could have chosen, and so if you choose the other characters, you'll start as them instead of Arya. So let's talk to Lucine, I believe. Oh, Camille. Oh, you startled me. Can I help you with something? If not, I'm a little busy sorting all this stuff, so, can you please leave? How nice. How polite of you. Alright, Renaud down here. Hey there. What are you doing coming into my room? I can't wait till tomorrow's training. Must be a lot of swinging axes around. He's eager. Can I steal his stuff? Can I steal your stuff? I can't steal your stuff. How about Yi or Lee? Maybe I should say Lee. 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 Hello, my name is Leanne. Lee is still a little new to all this. She's a little afraid of making mistakes. But she looks forward to playing with the other squires. It'll be fun, right? Aww, adorable. Isaac. Oh, hello there. Can I help you with something? We're going to do many things together from now on. I hope we can work well with each other. Oh, he's nice. Nice and polite. That's my room. Don't need to go into my room again. Lucine. Hello, fellow squire. What can I help you with? Let's do our best in squiring and become knights together. Aw, that's nice too. She has a nice poster. I want a poster. Where do I pick up my poster? Oh well. And we got one more person here. This is the librarian, I believe. Nice story. Ah, it's good to see new faces around. Welcome to Levantine, Squire. Do you fancy reading? Are you here to find a book or two? You can find many things to read here. Go ahead and dig in. I'm going to go ahead and check for items. Haha. So there's little things hidden around the map. If you actually search around, you can find little, stuff just scattered. I don't know what they do yet, but I'll find out eventually. We could go out and actually go around and talk to people and talk to the king and queen and all that. I assume they're king and queens. I'm not exactly sure on the lore in this game. But I think for now, we are going to go to sleep. And we have to do that by going to our bed, which is up this way. And over to the right here. Here's a save point. The save points all look like these. So I can create a new save. Ta-da! Saved. And I can go to sleep. Should I rest now? Let's say yes. We'll get some sleep. Hopefully, some points in the near future here, we'll get to some actual combat again. So I can show off more of that. Young miss, the Master of Arms is waiting for you in the stables. Please meet him as soon as you're able to. Looks like I'm running late. Hey, let's talk to a random person here. Hey, random person. Welcome to Levantine, honored squires. This area is your private chambers. If you want to rest, please do so in your own room. Sleepovers are not advised in this castle. Oh, thank you for that. No sleepovers. Enemies that roam the wilds usually move and patrol with a pattern. If you time your movements right, you can avoid engaging in combat. Useful to know. Sorry, I had myself muted again. There is a little bit of coarse language in this part of the game, so just a fair warning. Horses not merely beasts of burden, they are crucial companions for a knight. A horse gives one great advantages in combat, such as mobility and power from momentum. A lance strike from a mounted knight can devastate even the toughest of foes in a single impact. But power and mobility aren't the greatest advantages these horses give. Instead, it is to be noticeable. Mounted commanders are easier seen by their foot soldiers. Their commands can be better heard. Baron Riviere, the legendary knight known as the Moonblade, is known to be very skilled in mounted combat. A knight's mount is his status symbol. Such were his words of wisdom. This is an outrage. Why must we wallow in this cesspit? We are learning to be knights, are we not? We should be on top of these horses, not behind them. Unfortunately, Princess, that only applies to knights, not squires. Then what is the point of doing this? 'Tis useless to learn what we will never need to do. She's angry, can you tell? To do this again or not isn't the point of this training, Squire. Yes, you will probably never do this ever again, but someone will have to do it. Someone will have to clean your horses for you so that you can sit and lounge around lazily. Someone will have to feed them so that they have the strength to carry you on their backs. Do you even notice that these are real people? Real people doing all these things for you? Just like what I thought. Then this is the perfect training for you. I'll be back in a while. Don't start picking up those nice squishy balls of... Ugh. Ugh. So when Lord Alan talked about duty, he meant shoveling out of the stable. The Master at Arms did have a point there, though. Most nobles tend to forget that there are people doing the small things we take for granted. I know, but still. I guess this is not the kind of training I imagined it to be. Thou and I both, Renaud. This kind of lowly task is truly beneath nobility. Please don't bite me. Don't worry, Camille. She's quite sweet, see? See? You can pat her like this. She won't bite you if you're nice to her. I see. I'm not quite used to all these, tasks. As with me, I would imagine none of us is. Yet it seems Lucine and Isaac are unmoved by this horrible stench. How could you stand it? Me? Well, It's a bit different for me. I've been in LaRue Castle since I was 14. I'm used to horses now. 14? I would imagine thou need some training before being accepted into those ranks. Was it because thou were a LaRue that the cavalry allowed thee at such a youth? Of course not. LaRue holds their banner with pride, and even I have to earn my place there. It's why my lord uncle started teaching me to fight ever since I could handle a weapon. Back then I was 7, if I recall correctly. 7? Dear deuce. Isn't it rare for a girl to train so early? Maybe. I've been watching Lord Uncle since I was little, though, so it wasn't that odd for me. I guess if it's the Ravager that teaches you, it's to be expected. Wait, what? You were trained by the Ravager himself? He's my uncle. There's nothing weird about being taught by your uncle. Yes, but not everyone has the privilege of being the pupil of the legendary Lord Severin. Lee is a little lost. Who is this person you're talking about? Lord Severin LaRue, also named the Ravager. Perhaps the greatest swordsman alive in the realm? Legend has it that he's won 100 wars and has never been defeated in battle. I think I've heard about him battling the Fae forces as well. Do the elves never talk of him? No, not really. We don't speak about humans that much in general. You used to think that you are enigmatic creatures roaming the world outside the forests. If anyone is enigmatic, that would be the elves, Lee. Anyway, I want to personally see what someone trained by the Ravager can do. Is that a challenge, De La Forêt? Hey, stop chatting and finish your work, squires. If you don't work faster, I'll make you clean the chamber pots as well. Chamber pots, that's where that's like medieval toilets, basically. Eek. Finished at last. Now we can take our bath, Master-at-Arms? A bath? Far from it. Your task for the day is merely halfway done. You see this entire carriage full of... You have to deliver it to Mudtown, west of the city. Mudtown? Is it a town made of mud? No, not really. So why is it called Mudtown? Because there's a river and it's muddy? I don't know, kid. It's just a name. So why are we taking this pile here? Do they need it for something? For fertilizers. Got to send them fresh so the villagers can grow us good vegetables. What's that I hear? Did you say say chuckle at me, boy? Ha! Another timid squire I see. Not even brave enough to admit what he did. Is this how you want to live your knightly life, Isaac? Hiding when you're confronted? Is that wussy kind of life the one you're aiming for? If not, then tell it to my face. Manure isn't used fresh, Master-at-Arms. They have to compost for weeks before it can be used. If you use it straight from the horse, it won't be vegetables that grow, but weeds. Really? Yes, fresh dung contains too much water, which makes it easy for weeds to grow. If let to compost, the dung will dry up, which makes it easier for vegetables to grow. That's surprisingly insightful, Isaac. There, not so hard, isn't it, Squire? Now, instead of being known as the meek, others will think you're knowledgeable. You do seem to have a know-how about agriculture. Do plainsmen do a lot of farming? No, not that much. I just learned about it. Now listen up, squires. This is a very important lesson. More often than not, traveling is a dangerous task. Everywhere roads are infested with wild animals and criminals alike. To mitigate these dangers, you should split into parties of 3 and prepare for encounters. A party of 3 can work well together. More than that, and the fight turns cluttered and chaotic. Also, while the 3 stand in the front lines, the others can handle other tasks, such as guarding the cart. I would prefer that to take the vanguard rather than being in the proximity of this horrendous stench. Me too. Let me go ahead and have a swing of my axe. You know, it'll take a while to have all of you fight over who does what. So here's how it'll go. Arya, pick 2 to go with you and range ahead. The rest will stay with the cart and depart a few minutes after you. Ah, at last some respite from this torturous air. So, characters won't join the party. Okay. You can switch active party members to reserve any time out of combat. To do it, access the menu and change the party composition. The active party is the team that fights the battles. The party leader cannot be set to reserve and must always remain in the active party. That's why you have to choose a character, so you have an active party leader at all times that'll always be with you. Do you understand what I'm saying, squires? Yes. Good. Now go and return before sunset. Be careful of wild mongrels out there. The mountain roads can be treacherous. Alright, here we go. Now we gotta choose our party. So, here's all of our choices. Lucine, let's put her a second. Actually, let's put her right in charge there. We're still the party leader, but she can lead. I'll put myself in the back rank here. And we'll pick one more. Actually, Camille's fine. That works. So let's go ahead and get going. I won't spend too much time, since we've already spent so much time with dialogue, I won't spend too much time exploring the town. Basically, there's a kitchen, and there's different people to talk to, and shops in different places, it looks like. But we're going to go straight into battle so you guys can see a little more turn-based battle before we get lost in town and not know where to go. Before we exit, that's what we're gonna do. Now, where is the way out? I know there's a way out. I believe it's down here. Okay, here we go. I was right next to the way out. Of course. We're gonna head. I think we have to head past the church and go to the mountain pass to head to Mudtown, I believe. If not, well, that's where we're going anyway. All these people we can talk to, they all have dialogue, but don't have time. Honor medal, Hatonin, +1. Okay. So that's one of the things you can find just scattered around everywhere. Nice little river or lake or perhaps waterfall. I don't know which. It looks like a river. So across the river, and we're going to head past everybody. Head past the church. Here's the church. Oh, hey, you can go into the church. I didn't know you could go into the church. That's pretty cool. There's so many buildings that I'll probably have to check if I were to play this game more. Which this game does seem like a game right up my alley. I would actually enjoy playing this game more. Okay, here's an enemy. So enemies wander around in those little gray blobs. This is a hog. So let's see what kind of skills we have. Arya's first. We already know she has protection and heal. We don't need to use it because I guess we can. I want to show off as many skills as I can in this playthrough. Oh. Sharpened Bolt and First Aid is what Camille has. That one lowers enemy aggression and restores a small amount of HP. This one does piercing damage and it will bleed. And what does Lucine have? Yeah, Lucine. Battlefield Tyrant, that's basically her taunt. And then she has removal of poison, bleed, and blind, and then a small heal. So we're going to do Battlefield Tyrant. So that's basically a taunt. And then Camille is just going to regular attack. Arya is going to regular attack too. These early attacks are pretty simple. You just basically go at it. Enemies are going to be pretty weak, kind of outnumbered. We got a little bit of XP from that. Let's see what this one is. Spiders, 2 of them. Okay. So Sharpened Bolt to inflict a bleed. And then we don't need to do protection. We will have Lucine do her taunt. Now each time you use those skills, it uses up stamina. If you look at the bottom right hand corner, 0 of 8 for Lucine. Because we just had 3 of 8, we used up 3 stamina. Now we have a 0 of 8. Each time I use a turn, Each time you use a turn, you'll notice their stamina goes up by 1. So that's how you regain your stamina. And so it may be really useful to kind of max out your stamina on the easy battles, because you don't need to use the skills, and then save the stamina for the tough battles later on. I'm going to switch in some new people so you can check out Isaac and Renaud. Check out their abilities. Gotta find another enemy. There's another enemy. Okay, we got Isaac, Renaud, and Arya. It is Isaac's turn. His skills are Shatter, which deals damage and lowers the target's defense for 3 turns, and Toxic Touch, which next 3 attacks have a good chance to inflict poison for 3 turns. And obviously, as they level, they're going to get a lot more abilities. These are just like level 1 abilities, so just wanted to show them off. Okay, and Arya, we already know what hers are. And then Renaud, what can you do? Renaud has Wild Axe, which deals double damage with a chance to miss, and it has Rage, which raises attack damage and reduces Renaud's defense for 3 turns. We're going to do Rage. And then with Isaac, we'll do his Toxic Touch on the, next 3 attacks he can deal poison damage. Okay, now we got Arya again. We'll just go ahead and attack. And with Renaud, we're going to use... Oh, no, we don't have enough stamina. Let's just do a regular attack then. Regular attack. Arya, I'm going to have her cast Heal on Isaac. Cool. And then we're going to do another normal attack. 196, wow. And he's going to have one more attack of, that high ability. One more buffed attack. Let's see how big of a... The war's defending, so we're going to do less damage, but I'm going to use Wild Axe, and that should do it. 161 through a defense. Wow, that's actually really good. That would have been like 400 damage. Looks like we got a little thing here. Raw meat. Okay. And let's check out Leanne. Check out her ability real quick, because I'm curious. I'll keep Renaud in there, because I like that really strong ability he has. Now, your stamina doesn't regenerate between battles, so we're having 3 stamina right now for all 3 of our characters. That is a lot of enemies. 3 versus 3. Wow. It's actually a fair fight, sort of. We're going to use regular attack. Well, I guess we could use... No, we're going to use regular attack in case we need to heal later. Next is Lee. Lee's got regeneration. Regenerates target's HP for 3 turns, so she's got a little bit of a heal there. She also has Volley, which damages all enemies, so we're going to want to use that soon. This guy, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get him maxed out on his stamina. I'm going to do that first. Arya can just attack. Then we're going to do a volley with Lee. Volley? Yeah? That's right. And then I guess we'll just do regular attacks with Renaud. He needs more stamina. I want to max out his stamina and see how good he does in the next fight. Just regular attacking all the way through here. Uh-oh. I should have healed Lee. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Does she revive? Oh yeah, she does. She's wounded though. She has a wound. So apparently, letting your characters die puts a little wound on you. Let's take her out. Put in Lucine. And do we just get a new skill for a couple people? I saw some skills pop up. I missed what we got out of that. Oh well. Alright, now we're going to try this out. Oh, they always start with 3 stamina. That's interesting. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to use her Battlefield Tyrant. And then I'm going to use defense. I want to see if does defense increase stamina? By 2, wow. So you can actually charge up your stamina that way. That's useful. Defend. 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 Just doing a little quick test here. We gotta heal up Lucine now. Defend. Defend. And you're gonna heal Lucine. Hey, we're doing good now. She's a good little tank, wow. Okay, we're gonna have her use Battlefield Tyrant again. Okay, now we're charged up with Reynad. We've basically gone Super Saiyan 4 here. We're gonna go with Rage. We're about to hit to throw Wild Axe out a couple times. Heal Lucine. See how much damage this guy does when he's powered up. Okay, Lucine again. Gonna have her just do a defend for now. Okay, now we're gonna try this out. Wild Axe. Ready, set, go. Oh, miss, of course. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Go ahead and just smack these enemies a little bit. Okay, now, Wild Axe on the boar. Don't miss. Seriously. I can't win. I want to see how much damage he does. That's all I want to see. We're going to have to make him defend because he doesn't have enough stamina to use the ability again. Defend one more time. We're going to make this happen. It's going to happen. The happening is happening. Okay, time to heal up Lucine. Skill, Rage. Skill, Heal. Attack. Okay, now we're going to use Wild Axe on the spider. Is he defending? Seriously? Now we see the downside of that ability. He can't seem to hit with it. That's kind of a problem. Attack. We're going to have you defend to get 2 more stamina. We're going to get this to hit. It's going to happen. Okay, use your Battlefield Tyrant. You, Wild Axe, please hit. I don't even have words. I don't know what to say about this. It's silliness. I want to see how much damage he does. That's all I want to see. And I can't get him to hit one time. Alright, give me one more chance here. Nope, too late. Hey, story time. I think this is far enough into the game. If you like this video, let me know. If you are interested in seeing more videos like this, feel free to click the subscribe button. And this game has been Celestian Tales Old North by Equator Games, developed and published by Digital Tribe as the publisher. And if you want to see any more information about the game, there'll be links to the official website and their Steam store page in the description below. Yeah, love to hear what you guys think of this game. It seems really, really cool to me. So anyway, thanks for watching, and remember, keep it clean.